In the bustling streets of Tokyo, amidst the neon lights and the rush of modern life, lived Takeshi, a man whose eyes still held a sparkle of youthful wonder. With no family to celebrate his birthdays, he had ceased counting them many years ago when he reached 90 years old. Takeshi enjoyed the simple pleasures of life, often spending his days wandering along the banks of the Sumida River. One afternoon, as the sun cast a pastel hue over the river, Takeshi was sitting on a weathered bench, his gaze fixed on the gentle currents below. It was a ritual he had come to cherish, a break from the chaos of the city. As he watched the water flow, Takeshi noticed a sudden flash of movement, a streak of gold darting beneath the surface with a grace that seemed almost otherworldly. Intrigued, he leaned forward, squinting against the glare of the sun as he tried to catch another glimpse of the mysterious creature. There it was again. A shimmering form weaving through the water like a ribbon of light. Takeshi's heart quickened with excitement as he realized what he was seeing, an old koi, its scales glistening like molten gold in the afternoon sun. Takeshi thought it must be 100 years old, and in the Sumida River, was it real? Mesmerized by its beauty, Takeshi watched in silent awe as the koi swam gracefully before him, its movements fluid and effortless. For hours, he remained transfixed, walking up and down the banks of the river, his eyes never leaving the radiant creature that had captured his imagination. As the sun finally dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the riverbank, Takeshi made a decision, a daring leap of faith born from a lifetime of curiosity and wonder. With trembling hands, he reached out towards the water, his fingertips brushing against the surface in a tentative gesture of friendship. To his surprise, the koi did not shy away. Instead, it circled closer, its eyes locking with Takeshi's in a silent exchange of trust and understanding. In that moment, as their worlds collided beneath the shifting currents of the river, Takeshi felt a connection unlike any he had ever known or imagined possible, a bond forged in the depths of his soul, a promise of friendship that transcended the boundaries of time, space, and even species. The thought was so absurd it made Takeshi laugh out loud. Takeshi went home filled with awe and doubts, questioning whether it had all really happened or if it had been merely a vivid daydream brought to life. Takeshi grappled with the surreal notion that he had forged a friendship with an ancient golden koi. Yes, he thought to himself with a wry smile, perhaps I have indeed lost my mind. Every morning Takeshi spent wandering along the river, his gaze fixed on his newfound friend whom he had named Hikari. Each day, he would bring morsels of food to share, marveling at Hikari's effortless movements through the water. Takeshi sensed something extraordinary about Hikari, something that challenged his understanding and experience. He came to realize that his fish companion was more than just an ordinary creature, it truly were a sentient being. One night, tired after sitting with Hiraki for hours, Takeshi sank into a profoundly deep sleep. In the darkness, he was transported to the warmth of his childhood futon, where his grandmother's gentle voice whispered vivid tales of ancient myths and fantastical beings living deep in a secret, hidden pond. Upon waking, guided by his grandmother's whispers of ancient legends, Takeshi embarked on a quest to uncover the truth behind the mysterious aura surrounding his golden companion, and to unravel the secrets and location of the mystical pond. Takeshi's journey led him to dusty archives and ancient libraries, where weathered scrolls, maps and yellowed manuscripts offered glimpses into a world long since faded from living memory. Amidst the musty scent of old paper and the soft glow of lamplight, Takeshi pored over the writings of sages and scholars, searching for clues that would lead him to the hidden pond. Every morning Takeshi would walk along the river bank with Hikari for hours. Sometimes he would sit with his trousers rolled up, dangling his legs in the cool water, Hikari gently swimming in and around his feet in an endless figure eight. Never afraid, Hikari remained his silent companion, their wordless understanding unbroken. In the afternoons, Takeshi continued his quest to uncover the truth behind the mysterious aura surrounding his only companion. But as the days turned into weeks, and the weeks into months, Takeshi's search grew increasingly desperate. Despite his tireless efforts, the mythical pond remained as elusive as ever, its whereabouts shrouded in mystery and myth. One afternoon, Takeshi encountered a wise storyteller known as Makoto. Makoto, a fixture in the city, was a keeper of secrets, often found seated on a worn stone just past the tea house in the park, talking to a small group of eager listeners. Makoto wove narratives of ancient Japanese legends and forgotten myths with skill and passion. Seated beneath the shade of a cherry blossom tree, Takeshi found himself absorbed into Makoto's world of sacred springs and hidden ponds, a world where the boundaries between reality and fantasy blurred and merged into one. He spoke of places where the waters held reflections of otherworldly dimensions, and where magical koi swam, guardians of the universe's secrets. With Makoto's words, Takeshi's dream of his grandmother's whispered stories gained newfound credence. Amidst the conversation, Makoto offered a cryptic clue: in life's journey, we often find ourselves traveling in circles. But it is within these circles that time converges and answers can be found. Seek the hidden pond where the path of time intertwines, and there you shall find yourself as you were and as you will be. And so, with renewed resolve, Takeshi set out once more. His intuition led him to a neighborhood he had passed through many times before. As he walked, he noticed a peculiar pattern in the layout of the streets, a circular route that seemed to wind back on itself, a figure 8. Following this path, Takeshi found himself in a quiet corner of the city, where at last he came across an ancient stone shrine, its weathered surface carved with a worn symbol of eternity. There, concealed beneath layers of ivy and moss, lay his long-sought prize, a tranquil pond bathed in dappled sunlight. As he gazed upon the pond's serene waters, Takeshi felt a sense of peace wash over him, a feeling of connection to something greater than himself, something timeless and eternal. And in that moment, Takeshi knew that he had finally found what he had been searching for, a place where the boundaries between the seen and the unseen, the known and the unknown, blurred and melted away. Without understanding the impulse, Takeshi slipped out of his clothes, folding them with precision. Quietly, without hesitation or fear, he descended feet first into the bottomless pond, surrendering to the unknown force guiding him. Moments stretched into eternity as Takeshi embraced the weightlessness of the cool water moving him downwards, ever deeper and deeper. And then, as if emerging from a dream, he felt the current change. He saw a flash of gold out of the corner of his eye, up towards the surface he was carried, his eyes wide open and heart pounding with anticipation. In that moment, Takeshi understood. He had become one with the water, his spirit intertwined with that of his beloved friend Hikari. Together, they would travel the depths of the river for eternity. With a sense of peace washing over him like a gentle tide, Takeshi surrendered himself to the currents, and to the way of the koi. For those with the eyes to see, the ears to hear and the heart to believe, a wondrous sight awaits you, a pair of ancient golden koi gracefully moving like two entwined ribbons of gold through the Sumida River. Their presence is a testament to the enduring magic that lingers in the world, for those who dare to look beyond the surface and embrace the possibilities that surround them.